Okay, we are about to dive into a company that just seems to defy all logic. Seriously, it's one of those stories that makes you stop and ask, how on earth is this even possible?
So get this. At its absolute peak, the market valued this company, BitMine Immersion Technologies, at a mind-boggling $15 billion. I mean, that's more than some airlines, more than huge retail chains. It's a truly massive number. And here is where the story goes from impressive to just plain wild. This entire $15 billion operation, it's run by 7 people. Nope, not a typo, 7. Just 7 employees.
That's it. That's the billion-dollar question, right? It's the central mystery we're going to unpack in this explainer. How does a company with a team smaller than your local coffee shop get a valuation that puts it in the same league as global corporations?
So let's start by digging into the numbers, because what we're looking at here isn't just regular business growth. It's a full-on financial tidal wave. In just 1 year, BitMine's stock, ticker BMR, absolutely skyrocketed. It went from around $3 a share to a high of 161. That's not a climb, that's an explosion. You almost never see that. A chart like that just screams the question, what in the world does this company actually do? All right, let's pull back the curtain a bit. On the surface, what BitMine claims to do? Well, it sounds pretty normal for the space. If you check out their official business description, they're into industrial crypto mining. They sell the equipment for it, they host data centers. It's a solid, totally legitimate business model in the world of blockchain.
But here's the thing. A business like that, yeah, it can be profitable, but it just doesn't get you to a $15 billion valuation. It's not even close. The numbers just don't add up. So the real story, the key to unlocking that insane valuation, it isn't in their day-to-day operations. It's hidden in their strategy.
And this is where the story takes a really fascinating turn. To understand BMR, you've got to look past the mining rigs and look directly at the heart of their financial game plan. The company's secret sauce, their big idea, is a strategy they've actually named the alchemy of 5%. And yeah, it is every bit as bold as it sounds. So what is it? Simply put, their corporate goal is to buy and hold 5% of all the Ethereum that exists in the world. Just think about that. It's a massive, all-in bet on a single crypto asset.
And they're not just talking about it, they are really doing it. By late 2025, BitMine had already snapped up 2.8% of the total ETH supply. That's more than halfway to their goal, and it makes them one of the single biggest holders of Ethereum on the entire planet.
And to put a hard number on that 2.8% slice of the pie is a hoard of over 3.4 million ETH tokens. I mean, that is a gigantic, concentrated position for anyone to hold. And right there, that's the big reveal. When you add up the value of all that crypto plus their cash, it comes out to nearly $14 billion. This is why BMR isn't really a mining company. It's basically a publicly traded treasury, a giant digital vault that anyone with a brokerage account can buy a piece of. So what happens when a public company basically bets the entire farm on one single, very volatile asset? Well, it creates a pretty dramatic effect on its stock price, let me tell you.
So it's crucial to understand this split identity. While BMR presents itself as a crypto mining company, what it really is a giant digital vault for Ethereum. And that means its value is directly, and I mean directly, tied to the price of ETH. This creates something investors call leveraged exposure. The easiest way to think about it is that BMR's stock is like a magnifying glass for Ethereum. Every single move ETH makes, whether it's up or down, gets amplified in BMR's stock price. Small changes can lead to way bigger results.
And we saw a perfect example of this play out recently. Ethereum had a rough day. It dropped about 5.7%. But because of that amplification effect, BMR's stock got hit even harder, falling 8%. It really is like Ethereum on steroids. A small win for ETH can be a huge win for BMR, but a small loss can turn into a much, much bigger one.
And analysts at B. Riley really just hit the nail on the head with this. They said, buying BMR stock isn't a bet on their mining business. It's a supercharged bet on the future of Ethereum. And that's exactly right.
So when you put it all together, the tiny team, the massive valuation, and this incredibly focused all-in strategy, what's the big takeaway? What is BitMine, really? At the end of the day, BMR is not what it says on the box. Its true identity is a publicly traded holding company for Ethereum. It's a vehicle for investors to make a high-risk, high-reward bet on ETH's future. Everyone buckled in for the wild ride of the crypto markets.
And that really brings us to the biggest question of all. Is this tiny team controlling a massive digital treasury a blueprint for a whole new kind of company? Or is this a multi-billion-dollar cautionary tale that's just waiting to unfold? The truth is, the fate of BMR and every single one of its investors is now completely tied to the future of Ethereum itself.